Welcome back to Auto Street. Today we dive deep into the car that's been making waves, the 2026 Plymouth Barracuda. Whether this is a myth, a revival, or the real deal, we're going to examine every angle, interior, exterior, performance, pricing, and see whether this modern Cuda lives up to the legend. When you first see the 2026 Barracuda, your eyes are drawn to a striking fusion of classic muscle and contemporary design. The front end is aggressive, with a bold grille that harks back to the original 60s models but with modern LED lighting embedded seamlessly. The hood is sculpted with air vents, muscular bulges that hint at the power underneath. The proportions are wide and low, giving it a planted stance. The side profile pays homage to the old bottle-shaped curves, but refined. The fenders flare out just enough, the beltline is clean, and the door handles sit flush in some trims. At the rear, the tail-light shapes echo the old Barracuda heritage, yet use full-width LED bars and a diffuser that says "I'm serious about grip." The exterior combines retro cues with aerodynamic touches. Some concepts even suggest active aero elements, like deployable spoilers or vents to optimize cooling at high speeds. Step inside and you find a cabin that tries to balance nostalgia with modern luxury. The instrument cluster is fully digital, but the graphics can mimic old analog dials or switch to a track mode layout. The center console hosts a large touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, performance telemetry, launch control settings, and customizable drive modes. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed in sport versions, trimmed in leather or Alcantara, perhaps with contrast stitching in racing colors. Seats are aggressively bolstered, offering support during high G cornering. Optional leather, suede, or mixed materials. The ventilation, ambient lighting, and soft-touch surfaces all aim to give a premium feel, yet there's still a raw edge: metal pedals, carbon fiber or brushed aluminum trim accents, exposed bolts in some panels, and switches that feel mechanical. It's this tension between luxury and race car that makes the interior fascinating. The headroom and visibility are decent for a muscle coupe, rear seats are tight but useful for occasional use or small passengers. But what matters most: performance. According to available leaks and media reports, under the hood the Barracuda is expected to offer a variety of powertrain options. A supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 is one of the headline engines, with claimed outputs north of 700 to 750 horsepower in its top spec. Some suggest an even more performance-focused Hellcat-level variant pushing past 800 horsepower. There's also talk of a twin-turbo inline-six offering a balance between power and efficiency. Hybrid or even electric variants are rumored as well, with 0 to 60 times for the EV or hybrid versions possibly dipping below 3.5 seconds. Rear-wheel drive is neighborhood of 800 to 850 horsepower, depending on outputs announced, with torque numbers that dominate the curve. Acceleration is brutally immediate, 0 to 60 in roughly 2.8 to 3.2 seconds, quarter mile in the low 10s or even high 9s depending on conditions. Transmission options include a fast-shifting 8 or 10-speed automatic, and for purists, a manual variant with a rev matching system. The chassis is bespoke, multi-link rear, double wishbone up front, with adaptive dampers, active aero elements, and electronically controlled limited-slip differential. Brakes are massive carbon ceramic rotors with multi-piston calipers to bring all that speed under control. Steering is precise and direct, giving you real feedback when pushing hard. Traction systems, launch control, drive modes from heritage, a more relaxed calibrations, to track, full aggression, let the car adapt to your intent. On winding roads it feels balanced and eager, on straights it rockets, and even on the limit, the systems intervene gracefully. It's a car built by people who understand that power must be managed. So how does it stack up in real life? In city driving, there's drama every time you get on it. Turbo lag is minimal if there are forced induction components, throttle response is crisp, and it can slide into your daily routines when you desire. On highways, the Roadrunner eats miles. Strong mid-range torque means effortless overtakes, and cruise mode keeps things civilized. On the track, you're rewarded. Corner after corner, the car holds composure, the brakes regenerate confidence, and the engine howls with conviction. The V-Code trim is all about performance, so weight savings have been implemented via aluminum and composite body parts. The balance between comfort and performance is impressive. Yes, you feel the tautness, but the ride is never punishing to daily drive, in its more relaxed drive modes. Noise, vibration, harshness all within acceptable tolerances given what this car is. Now, numbers like horsepower and performance are great, but what does this car cost and how does it compare to rivals? The base 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner starts at a more accessible price point for a muscle car, but the V-Code version pushes it into the premium performance bracket. Expect a starting MSRP in the US of around $120,000 to $140,000, or more, depending on options. With packages, carbon fiber add-ons, special paint, and performance extras, the fully loaded V-Code could approach $180,000 to $200,000. For such a price you're getting exclusivity, performance, and heritage. Comparisons might include high-end muscle or performance coupes from Europe or domestically, but the Roadrunner's value lies also in its character and brand revival. Some downsides: fuel economy is obviously not stellar, especially in V-Code settings. Maintenance and parts for specialized components are likely to be costly. Insurance, tires, brakes, all performance wore out faster. It becomes real. That gives you a full, detailed, flowing, non-headed script covering exterior, interior, performance, pricing, and the surrounding hype. If you like, I can also turn this into timestamped sections or a version with different tone, more dramatic or more technical. Do you want me to format that next?